How many times have you whispered your deepest desires into the universe, only to be met with silence? You yearned for love, prosperity, or healing, but instead, life remained unchanged. And so the questions arise: am I missing something? Am I asking the wrong way? The truth is simple yet profound. There is a way to communicate with the universe, but most people don't realize it. If your approach is misaligned, it's like shouting into a void. Today, I will reveal a method that turns uncertainty into unshakable belief, transforming mere wishes into reality. This isn't superstition. It's alignment with a universal principle. To manifest effectively, you must first grasp a fundamental truth. Reality is not something that unfolds independently of you. It is something shaped from within. Every experience you encounter first takes form in your mind. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not passive observers of reality. They are its architects. Ancient wisdom and modern science converge on one principle: energy governs everything. From the smallest particles to the vast galaxies, all vibrate at specific frequencies. And you, too, are part of this dance. Your personal vibration, formed by your dominant emotions and beliefs, acts as a magnet, attracting experiences that mirror it. Before we go further, I write in the comment this mantra: I attract prosperity and wisdom in my life, to increase the positive energy in your life. Pause for a moment and reflect. What is your dominant vibration right now? Do you resonate with confidence and gratitude, or are you steeped in doubt and scarcity? The universe does not respond to wishful thinking. It responds to the energy you consistently embody. If your vibration is clear and strong, manifestation happens effortlessly. But if fear and hesitation cloud your energy, your desires become trapped in limbo. When I grasped this, I began experimenting with different ways of asking. Through deep practice and observation, I uncovered a three-step process that reshaped not just what I attracted, but how I perceived my own power. The first step is multisensory visualization, living the experience before it materializes. Most people visualize incorrectly, treating their desires like distant dreams, as if watching a film that belongs to someone else. That detachment weakens the energy behind manifestation. Instead, I immersed myself fully. I didn't just see what I wanted, I felt it, smelled it, and experienced it as though it already existed. I allowed every cell in my body to believe in its reality. This shifted everything. Visualization stopped being a passive exercise and became a bridge between my present and my future. I remember when I applied this technique to manifesting my dream job. Instead of merely picturing an office, I stepped inside the experience with all my senses. I felt the polished desk under my fingertips, the hum of conversation in the background, and the comforting warmth of morning sunlight streaming through the window. I inhaled the scent of fresh coffee as I typed on my keyboard, hearing the soft clicking of the keys. But beyond the sensory details, I focused on the emotion. Pride, fulfillment, and certainty that this job was already mine. That feeling was the true catalyst for manifestation. And here lies the secret: emotion is the language of the universe. It is not enough to think about your desires passively, you must embody them emotionally. Ask yourself, how would I feel if my dream had already come true? Joy, peace, deep gratitude. Let that feeling take root within you, for it is the vibration the universe responds to. When your thoughts, emotions, and energy are in perfect harmony, what you seek will begin seeking you. This is not magic, but once you understand it, it will feel like it. The question is, are you ready to truly align with the reality you desire? A few years ago, I had a dream of traveling to a place that had always called to my soul, but instead of merely wishing for it, I decided to step into the experience before it became reality. I sat in silence, closed my eyes, and let my mind transport me there. I felt the weight of my suitcase in my hand, heard the distant hum of the airport, and noticed the crisp texture of my passport as I handed it to the officer. The airplane's engines rumbled beneath me, the window revealing a sky painted in endless clouds. I wasn't imagining, I was experiencing. And here lies the secret. I didn't just picture the trip. I felt gratitude for it, as if it had already happened. With each visualization, I whispered, "Thank you, universe, for this beautiful journey. It's even more incredible than I imagined." That emotion, deep, unwavering gratitude, was what shifted everything. My energy changed. Hope replaced doubt. A quiet certainty settled in. And then, as if the universe had been listening all along, opportunities unfolded. Unexpected invitations, sudden promotions, seemingly random conversations that led to the perfect chance, all aligning effortlessly. The first trip materialized, then another and another, as if I had tapped into an endless current of abundance. This experience taught me something profound. Manifestation is not a one-time wish. It is an open door to limitless possibilities. When you align with a desire, not just thinking about it, but fully embodying it, you create a flow, not just a moment. The universe responds not to desperation, but to certainty. If you manifest a home, don't simply visualize walls and furniture. Walk its hallways in your mind. Hear the wooden floors creak beneath your feet. Feel the cool morning air as you stand by the window. Breathe in the scent of fresh paint and warm sunlight. Let the experience be so vivid that the lines between imagination and reality blur completely. The most astonishing part? This doesn't just change what you think, it changes who you are. When you visualize with depth, your actions begin to reflect the belief that your dream is inevitable. You carry yourself with quiet confidence, your choices shift, and you begin to attract the very reality you once only imagined. This is what Jacobo Grinberg spoke of, the ability to shape an alternate reality in the mind, which, with time and alignment, crystallizes into the physical world. Not as a miracle, but as a law of existence. Since I discovered this process, visualization has ceased to be just a practice, it has become a transformation. Every time I close my eyes, I am not merely asking the universe for something, I am living it with every fiber of my being. And when you live your desires with such clarity and conviction, the universe has no choice but to respond. True gratitude is not just a practice, it is a frequency, a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It was the second major shift that transformed my life, yet for years, I had misunderstood its true power. I used to express gratitude only for what I already had, my health, my family, my past successes. But something was missing. I had unknowingly limited gratitude to a reflection of the past rather than using it as a force to shape my future. The moment I learned to be thankful not only for what was present, but for what I desired, before it had even arrived, everything changed. Every morning I began a ritual. With a simple notebook I wrote, "Thank you for the life I've always dreamed of. Thank you for the abundance that surrounds me. Thank you for the opportunities flowing effortlessly into my life." At first it felt unnatural. My logical mind resisted, but this isn't real yet. And yet I continued. Day after day, I immersed myself in this advanced form of gratitude. Slowly my energy shifted. It was as if I had stepped into an alternate reality, one where my desires had already manifested, and all that remained was for the universe to catch up. The more I practiced, the stronger my conviction became. Then, the universe began responding. First, it was small signs, a message from an old acquaintance, an unexpected idea, a chance encounter that felt strangely significant. But these weren't coincidences, they were echoes of my alignment. The shift became undeniable when something extraordinary happened. I had been giving thanks every morning for a career breakthrough that, at the time, felt impossible. There was no clear path, no visible opportunity, yet instead of doubting, I remained in gratitude. Then, one day, an email arrived. A person I had never met reached out. They had heard about me through a distant connection, someone I hadn't spoken to in years. That email became the doorway to the very opportunity I had been giving thanks for. In that moment, I realized, gratitude is not just about attracting what we desire. It is about becoming the person who naturally exists in that reality. When we express gratitude for something before it arrives, we align ourselves with the version of us who already has it, and the universe, always listening, rearranges itself accordingly. The more I embraced this practice, the more I saw how gratitude wasn't just a tool, it was a force, a magnetic field drawing in experiences, people, and circumstances that matched my vibration. It wasn't wishful thinking, it was a tangible shift in energy. Now, gratitude is my daily meditation, my sacred time to merge with the future I am creating. Each morning I close my eyes and go beyond words. I feel it. I feel the joy of stepping into my dream home, the exhilaration of connecting with someone deeply, the profound satisfaction of seeing my work touch lives beyond what I imagined. Sometimes, the emotion is so strong that tears come, not out of longing but out of certainty. Because in those moments I know it is already mine. The universe does not delay, it simply responds to the clarity of our frequency. If you've ever felt stuck, if your desires feel distant, I invite you to try this. For 5 minutes a day, give thanks not for what you have, but for what is on its way. Feel it, trust it, and release the need to know how it will happen. Just embody the gratitude and watch how life begins to unfold in ways beyond your imagination. This is not just a belief, it is a truth I have lived. The more you give thanks, the more the universe gives you to be thankful for. And in this infinite cycle, you don't just change your reality, you change who you are. The third step is the one that separates wishful thinking from true manifestation. Action. Many people believe that asking the universe is enough, that if they visualize, feel gratitude, and wait, the universe will handle the rest. But the truth is, manifestation is a two-way process. You are not meant to sit still, hoping the world rearranges itself for you. The universe is like a GPS, capable of guiding you to your destination, but it can only do so if you are in motion. No movement, no route. Action is the message you send to the universe that says, I am serious, I am ready. I learned this firsthand when I was manifesting a shift in my career. I had spent time visualizing, feeling gratitude as if it had already happened, and aligning my energy with the outcome. But I didn't stop there. I took inspired steps. I refined my skills, reached out to people, and positioned myself where opportunities could find me. At first there was silence. Then, one email. One that I almost didn't send opened the door. That message led to a conversation, which led to an unexpected connection, which led to exactly the opportunity I had envisioned. Looking back, I realized something profound. It wasn't just about the action, it was about the energy behind it. Every step I took reinforced my belief. This is already mine, and I am meeting it halfway. Jacobo Grinberg spoke of this principle, how action does more than change external circumstances, it shifts your vibration. Every time you take a step, you're not just moving toward your desire, you are aligning yourself with it. But here's the crucial part, not all action is created equal. Some people take action out of fear, anxiety, or desperation, exhausting themselves but seeing no results. That is not the kind of action the universe responds to. The key is inspired action, action that comes from clarity, certainty, and alignment. I experienced this while working on a major project. Despite my efforts, nothing was moving forward. Frustration started to creep in, but instead of forcing my way through, I did something counterintuitive. I stopped. I meditated. I let go. And in that stillness, a simple yet powerful idea surfaced. It wasn't dramatic or complex, but it felt right. I followed that one intuitive step, and suddenly, things started to unfold. That is how inspired action works. It doesn't come from struggle, but from a deep knowing that you are in flow with what is meant for you. Many people hesitate because they can't see the full path ahead. They wait for clarity, for certainty, for a perfect plan. But this is where most dreams die, in hesitation. The universe does not reveal the entire journey at once. It shows you the next step. Imagine walking through the night with only a lantern in your hand. You can't see the destination, but as you move, the path keeps unfolding in front of you. That's how manifestation works. You don't need to know the whole way, you just need to take the first step. And here's the most powerful truth. Action changes you. Even before the external results arrive, you become a different person, more confident, more certain, more aligned. The act of moving toward what you desire sends a clear message. I trust myself. I trust the process. And that trust is magnetic. If you're manifesting love, don't just dream about it. Put yourself in places where love can find you. If you want financial freedom, start taking steps to educate yourself, to create, to expand. If you want a new life, step toward it. The universe rewards movement. No step is too small, no effort wasted. Every time you act with belief, you set a new reality into motion. And when you move toward your dream, you will find it was already moving toward you. Here's a deeply engaging, immersive, and powerful rewrite with a transformational, documentary-style spiritual tone. And the most extraordinary part? Once you take that first step, what once seemed impossible begins to feel not just probable, but inevitable. It's as if the universe leans in and whispers, "You finally understood how this works." The moment you start moving, doors you never even knew existed begin to open. Opportunities emerge from places you never expected. Life starts to rearrange itself in your favor, not because you're forcing it, but because you're finally in sync with the flow of creation. Taking the first step doesn't have to be overwhelming. Sometimes it's as simple as shifting your perspective, exposing yourself to new ideas, or committing to learning something that expands your mind. But what if you feel something holding you back? What if you've visualized, given thanks, taken action, yet you still feel stuck? This is more common than you think, and there's a reason for it: internal resistance. Jacobo Grinberg explained this with striking simplicity. The greatest obstacles are not external, they exist within you. Do you know what your blockages are? They are the quiet, persistent voices in your mind that say, "I'm not good enough. I'll never achieve this. This is too difficult for me." These thoughts are like invisible walls, distorting your energy, disrupting your alignment, and keeping you locked in a version of reality that no longer serves you. The good news? You can break through them. But it starts with awareness. Here's a process to dismantle those blockages and clear your energy. Identify the resistance. Write down every limiting belief that arises when you think about your desire. Be brutally honest. What thoughts hold you back? What fears whisper in the background? Challenge those beliefs. Ask yourself, is this really true? Where did I learn this? Who told me this was the limit of what I could achieve? You'll often realize these beliefs aren't even yours. They were absorbed from others, from past failures, from moments of doubt. Rewrite your story. Take each limiting belief and replace it with a powerful affirmation that aligns with your true potential. Instead of, "I'm not lucky," affirm, "Opportunities flow effortlessly to me." Instead of, "I'll never succeed," declare, "Success comes naturally to me because I am in harmony with my purpose." This is not an instant process, it is a transformation. But every time you choose a new thought, every time you rewrite your internal script, you dissolve the walls standing between you and your dreams. Everything you've learned today leads to one profound realization: you are the creator of your reality. You don't need permission from the universe. The universe is waiting for you to realize that the power has been in your hands all along. So today, I want you to do something simple, yet incredibly powerful. Take a piece of paper and write down your desire as if it's already yours. Speak it into existence, visualize it, feel gratitude for it, and most importantly, take the first step toward it. The universe does not say no, it does not withhold. It only waits for you to learn how to ask in a way that is aligned. Now tell me, what are you asking the universe for today? Share it in the comments, not just to express it, but to declare it, to make it real, to announce to the universe that you are ready to receive. If this message has resonated with you, let me know by leaving a like and subscribing for more content that elevates your energy and expands your possibilities. And if you've made it this far, comment, "The universe always says yes to me." Let this be a declaration that you are stepping into alignment, that you are done with hesitation, and that you are finally ready to embrace the life that is waiting for you.